16-year-old Charleston White took the stand and testified against his friend, Antoine Doolittle, who sat just a few feet from him and listened intently.
That nigga said we saw the snitch video, so everybody saw it. It's been on the news before. Just 'cause you saw it, you still broke. It don't change nothing. You still broke. I'm still rich. I'm still getting booked. It don't change nothing.
50 Cent is never one to hold back, and this time he's got his sights set on Charleston White. A newly resurfaced clip shows White testifying against his own friend back in the day. And the internet is not letting it slide. The footage exposes how he threw his crew under the bus, leading to major consequences. And now 50 is weighing in, but does Charleston care not one bit? In fact, he's laughing it off, doubling down on his stance, and even calling out his critics.
Everybody's seen it before you seen it. It used to be on the news. I keep telling y'all, I made the news before. All what y'all doing, people I already seen.
Just what's going on? Did Charleston really snitch? And what does 50 have to say about it? Let's find out. So Charleston landed in hot water after an old news clip of him testifying against a friend at a trial at the age of 16 hit the internet. The clip shows a young White spilling the tea about how his friend Antoine Doolittle took out Michael Levy, who was trying to prevent them from stealing coats and hats from a department store back in 1991.
Doolittle is accused of down 34-year-old Michael Levy of Irving. Levy attempted to stop Doolittle, White, and two other teenagers accused of shoplifting 3 sports jackets and a baseball cap from an Arlington mall in September of 1991.
When Michael approached the two, they threw the clothes out of the window. However, in a shocking turn of events, Doolittle escalated the situation by taking out his pow-pow and taking out Michael.
Levy pounded on their windshield until the teens threw the jackets out the car window. Then Doolittle supposedly shot him in the back as Levy walked away.
Charleston was just a bystander, but when it was time to set the record straight, he got on that stand and threw his friend under the bus, recounting the conversation they had after the incident on the stand. Apparently, he was the one who handed Doolittle the powwow, but Anthony did the deed, and he had the audacity to laugh about it later on.
What did he do?
It was a devastating loss, especially for Michael's wife, who had dreamed of an entire life with her husband. The two had been married for only 4 days.
He was my Prince Charming. I found him. And it's hard to believe that I did. And I believe in fairy tales because he made my dreams come true. And they took that away.
That said, Charleston didn't just take down Doolittle, he testified against 3 of his friends. In the end, White got 12 years for his role in the crime. Meanwhile, his 3 friends paid a heavy price, partly because of Charleston's testimony. Now 12 years might seem like Charleston got the short end of the stick. But he didn't. His record was sealed, so he got off with a clean slate.
Victim, which was a Caucasian man by the name of Michael Levy. I was sentenced to 12 years under Texas juvenile determined sentencing law. My 3 co-defendants, all of them was tried as adults. They were 15 and older. I was 14. So I went into a boys' home that was co-ed with boys and girls. So I spent my entire teenage life from 14 to 21 in the boys' home. When I got out at 21, my record was sealed. So there's no record of me ever being in trouble for that.
Now, as expected, the internet has been busy dragging Charleston for being a snitch, with the old clip going viral. But does he care? No, not at all. He posted his reaction to the backlash online, and he seemed to be doing just fine.
We saw the snitch video, so everybody saw it. It's been on the news before. Just 'cause you saw it, you still broke. It don't change nothing. You still broke. I'm still rich. I'm still getting booked. It don't change nothing.
Instead, he proceeded to laugh in the face of everyone who was coming after him. In fact, he even made fun of his critics, saying that this little controversy was not going to cost him his career.
You think they're going to stop booking me? You think they're going to stop interviewing me? You think people going to stop? No, you still going to be poor, and I'm still going to be rich and famous.
Charleston also pointed out that the internet can talk all at once, but he's going to get on stage and probably laugh about it. He also didn't seem to regret his actions, as he said that he didn't have any friends, and if the opportunity presented itself again, he would do it all over again.
So what? Why you think I told? I don't give a damn. I ain't friends with nobody.
Honestly, the fact that Charleston reacted this way shouldn't come as a shock to people. White's made it clear a number of times that he doesn't care about respecting street codes. Instead, he's hoping to make a difference by changing things up, and that includes snitching on his closest friends.
I hope it is. I want to snitch. I want to snitch. I want to tell. Whatever they call telling, snitching, I want to do it. And I want to make it cool to do it. I don't recommend doing 20 years for nobody. I don't recommend doing a life sentence for nobody. It's no honor amongst thieves. So why do I have to be honorable amongst thieves? Why? We all criminals and crooks.
During another interview, he said, "I'm a citizen, now I'm a police ninja. I go vote, I'm literally an election judge, the last ninja to turn the votes in on election day ninja. You got in right, I'm a police ninja. I'm grown, I'm 40, I can't see being in jail at 50 for nothing. I'll tell everybody not to go to jail right now." And you best believe he sticks by that code. Even today, there's been talk about Charleston being the reason why Brick Baby got picked up by the feds. Now most people in Charleston's shoes would try their best to shut down the rumors, but not him. He jumped on the internet and bragged about putting the feds on Baby's tail.
Told y'all, I'm the one that put the feds on Brick Baby. I keep telling y'all didn't think I'd be playing.
Fi Brick made himself a target when he posted a video of himself with some stacks in Houston talking about putting a hit on Charleston's head.
Man, out here in Houston, man. And I got a dime on Charleston's white head.
And while Charleston wasn't about to play like that the minute Brick posted that video, White called the feds. He even bragged about having friends in the force.
I made a federal report. First, I called Houston and made a report to Houston, but I did this through my law enforcement friends.
And that's not all. Last year, Charleston got called out by the internet for calling the cops on Boozy Badass. Apparently, Bossy threatened a show promoter in Memphis who had booked White, and White wasn't in the mood to let it slide.
Boosie, I'm gonna put your mother ass in jail. Boy, you making threats to the promoter? I got a recorded phone conversation with witnesses on the phone saying the promoter is scared for his life, that he got to live in Baton Rouge, that Boosie go send them people to get you. He said he can't have the show because Boosie goes. I said, nigga, I just hired the police. The promoter scary ass nigga. Yeah, nigga, Boosie is a hoe. And I bet he don't want to get in that boxing ring.
Now Charleston didn't let fans know if he was serious about calling the police on Gooey, but folks were quick to call him a rat. But Charleston didn't care. Unfortunately for him, the internet's not ready to let him off the hook just yet, and there's a huge reason behind it. See, Charleston has said multiple times that he's not a rat when the evidence suggests otherwise, and that's why folks are quick to call him a hypocrite. But Charleston's got something for these people as well. According to him, the reason he doesn't consider himself a rat is because he doesn't do it for the reward.
Snitching? I'm not breaking the law. I'm not trying to get out of no trouble. That's what a snitch do. A snitch is telling to wiggle out of something. I'm just telling.
So why does he snitch? Well, Charleston wants to change the community, and it doesn't seem like he's lying there because White's been committed to that goal after his release. White dedicated himself to helping at-risk youth. He began speaking at schools, juvenile centers, and community events, openly sharing his past as a warning and a lesson.
Our black kids don't have no protection. You don't even have nobody standing in the gap for them and God. They just on their own. Listen, they have to go to jail and they have to die because it ain't nothing God can do with them. Why you think it's so many young people dying today? We ain't never seen this before. We ain't never seen young. They have to because it ain't nothing God can do with these hearts of young people because of the fruit that they come from. The seed and the fruit is all the same. Sit your up down. Some of these little ain't never had a hug from Big Mama. They grandmama said, I'm too young to be a goddamn grandmama. Call me mama. Don't call me grandmama. Grandmama don't even want to be young. Don't even want to be called grandmama.
Not real.
So you can't just go up and lay your head on the chin. Boy, what the f you want? Boy, I'm ticket you got kid. I'll be having your mama come get you. They being rejected like straight off. Get away, bro. Get. Nobody's hugging and nurturing and breathing life into these little black motherfuckers.
And he didn't stop there. He also started helping young people Excel Hype, a program that mentors and guides kids, especially those at risk of joining gangs or getting into trouble. In fact, he even talked about starting a snitching program for young kids just so they could get out of their circumstances.
I'm gonna teach and train young boys what snitching is, what telling is, and I want to create a Boy Scout organization. These start telling in school. They the who raise their hand and say, teacher, can I take names and tell you who talking when you leave the class? They the ones in the hallway writing down names in middle school dropping notes to the principal, to the kids with the bloodshot red eyes that look like they on pills. So they can be law-abiding citizens and great neighborhood watch crime people. We need to train this. We train killers and gangsters. So we need to train some confident, snitching, tattle-telling young man that ain't scared to tell on now, mother, and teach them how to fight too. So if you fuck with them by telling, they'll kick your ass. Yeah, we need some strong snitches.
Unfortunately for Charleston, not everyone understands his agenda. Take Gilly, the kid. For one, he had a lot of words for Charleston for trying to defend himself. When it came to snitching on his friend, he wrote this on X Camp Beef with no N-word that's been ratting since the 9s. He, a throwback rat, mind you, Jills, got some serious beef with Charleston when it comes to snitching. He called out White for being a snitch recently, and man, did Charleston lose it. He jumped on IG writing, "I see Gilly. The king got smoke in his chest," in response to a DM in Gilly T. Called him a rat, may his son rest in piss, and the killer be forgiven by God and live a long life of redemption. Remember how your son died? You was begging for a snitch to help solve his crime. He wrote this to the author, I am woke seed of my children's book. He then uploaded a video along with the caption, "You still talking street," after they unalived Jr. I'm a little bit disappointed you and sir. And honestly, Charleston crossed all lines in that video. He mocked the passing of Gilly's son without any shame, saying, "You got a dead son and you talking about snitching, ninja. Pow, that ninja shot your son in the head, boy. Alive, pow, young Gilly. Been shot. I remember how you and Wallow was crying. You and Wallow was crying. Oh, my son got killed. You was crying. Now you talking about snitching. You right. I'm a law-abiding citizen. That's why your son unalive."
I'm finna call my son. You got to go to the graveyard to see your son. Say, look, this what my kids give me for Father's Day. Gilly, say, Gilly, cash money backup single. Say, cash money backup single. I'm sorry, backup day.
Honestly, the fact that Chern jumped to these extremes all because Gilly called him a rat says a lot. Maybe he is pressed about being called one. After all, as for 50, well, he's a certified hater, and he's never been one to spare snitches. Just take a look at how he's been driving Big Meech in the past few months, from calling him a rat to clowning him at every turn. 50s spared no expense, of course, with the rapper trending. Charleston had to step in. He aired his thoughts about beef during an appearance on the Danza Project, and according to him, the conversation didn't make sense since 50 and Big Meech didn't have the same skill sets. It was a mismatch in his eyes, and that's why he called 50 a bully.
50 bullying Meech because Meech ain't no internet. 50 is an internet. Hey, man, one thing I know about street niggas, they ain't finna play with that title.
Now, what did 50 have to say about it? Well, surprisingly, he didn't drag Charleston through the mud for coming for him. Instead, he seemed to agree with White. The rapper posted a video on IG promoting his new show, and here's what he had to say.
Yes, Charleston White is correct. I'm a rapper, not a dealer. Be sure to catch my new show, 50 Cent, 50 Ways to Catch.
Ave to say Charleston's lucky 50s focused on dragging someone else. Right now, at the end of the day, White's maintaining his reputation of stirring up trouble on the internet. However, the internet's not going to look the other way just because he's trying to bring a change. It's not like he's sorry for how he acted.
You know what? Let me learn from this. Let me move different in life. Let me not be disrespectful. Let me be an antagonist or that woman. God bless Michael Levy's soul and condolences his entire family as well. They going through with this loss, but you still on the internet clowning, bragging about you killed white man before.
But what do you think? Is Charleston White really trying to change the community, or is he just being problematic? Let us know what you think in the comment section below.